There are 21.3 million refugees worldwide, but the biggest part of them are not allowed to live in their country of destination, but they stay and become undocumented refugees who are regarded as illegal by the law and have no rights. Abdullah left his home country Iraq for a better future in The Hague, but after spending all his money for the long journey, he didn't get a residence permit and had to leave the country. But there was no way back, no money left. His only chance was to hide in The Hague and to become an undocumented with no right to work, no perspective and no help. During our research, we found out that there is already a small network of organizations and professionals dedicated to the help of undocumented refugees. The help network consists of various organizations from all areas, but also professionals such as doctors or lawyers are involved. Some organizations of this network are actively working on joint projects and are in constant contact. We are lucky enough to speak with some people from these organizations and gradually found out that the only sensible way for our project is to integrate the existing network and to make their services even more accessible to the undocumented refugees. To do this, we have to solve the following problems. Findability. It is almost impossible for needy people without language skills and without the internet to find out who offers help and where to find them. Even for us as students. Who helps with what? After finding out some names, you ask yourself which of these organizations actually helps with which problem. What services do the different organizations offer? Certainties. The undocumented will not knock at several doors until they have found the help they need. The undocumented try to avoid any danger of being detected, so they need to know if they are anonymous and safe before they ask someone for help. Resources. There are only little financial resources available and much is done on a voluntary basis. So how could this network be improved to help more people? With UTU. With UTU, the organizations create a common name, an umbrella brand with which they jointly counteract these problems. The main task of UTU is to facilitate the search for help for the needy and to make the services for the help network more accessible. The heart of UTU is the common database. All organizations, professionals and people who provide help are recorded in the database. This database is used in three ways. Through a 24/7 hotline. This enables constant accessibility of the UTU service and keeps the anonymity of the caller. Through a website. A person in need of assistance can describe his problem quickly with a few clicks and then receives the contact information of the appropriate helper in the near. Finally, buses will be used as a permanent presence, which can be found every week at fixed times all over the city, especially in areas where are more needy people, such as poorer districts, refugee homes or shelters. In the bus will be a terminal from where a social worker can use the database to give out information about help locations or to arrange an appointment for the person requesting help. For example, if an undocumented refugee is looking for a dentist, the social worker could arrange an appointment with a near dentist for him and will give him then the address. There will also be a nurse on the bus for quick medical checks, who would form an initial diagnosis and send the patient to the right doctor. A social worker on the bus will advise people in their difficult situation and listen to their worries and fears. He will identify their concerns and offer solutions to their problems. The internet access, in order to provide people with the opportunity to inform themselves or to contact relatives. The bus will include 2 computers with internet access and Wi-Fi. Not to be underestimated is the warm atmosphere of the bus and the opportunity to get in contact and to talk with others, especially like-minded. But it remains a huge problem. How can we use a public project to help an illegal target group? We offer the UTU service to every needy in The Hague. If we expand the range to everyone, the undocumented will be only a small part of the users, and so they can stay anonymous and still profit from the UTU service. First problem solved. On the other hand, the UTU service is also helpful for the other groups of needy people, like homeless, migrants or poor people. They don't care for anonymity, but they also need easy access to information where they can get help for a certain matter. With the orientation of the project to include all people in need, it could be possible to work with all organizations who help these certain target groups. In the end, all organizations have the same goal, helping people. And it is also in their interest to increase their reach and to make their services more accessible. And another point which speaks for the cooperation with all aid organizations is the joint funding of the project. Many aid projects and organizations are funded by the state, but there's almost no funding for undocumented people. If the entire aid can benefit from UTU, the project could also be funded by the state, which would mean an indirect funding of the undocumented refugees. Another problem solved. But that's not all. Joint financing also means that more resources are available for advertising. This can make a decisive contribution to the project. Through outside advertising, more people can be made aware of UTU and even more needy people can be reached. Also through social media. To reach people in need is not the only thing. If the service can be established as an effective aid, people who are not in need will also spread the word, mouth to mouth. Maybe they know someone who needs help, or they will become a needy themselves someday. With the marketing, more people will know where they can go to get help. That's how we solve this problem. In summary, UTU can be regarded as the front desk of the help organizations of The Hague. The help organizations are creating a joint umbrella brand, UTU, under this name they can increase the accessibility of their services. They finance the realization together and benefit from it together. And the people who need help? They only have to use the UTU service to find the right help for a certain problem, which makes it accessible, quick and easy.